Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. From what I'm hearing, there is a bounty out from my head. We have the John Mangini and Rick Vintage Oddball Cards. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for accepting my invitation to come on the show. I'm excited to get into this one.
Thanks for having us. I'm
Yeah,
ready to
thanks,
go.
man.
All
Let's
right.
go.
All right, let's do it. So the format is somewhat the same that I've done with everybody else, but I do want to change things up with you guys in particular. I know I am a loyal watcher of you guys' video. I love when you two do episodes, and you guys are doing some really good work as far as teaching people about pre-war cards. And this is the type of stuff, man, you just are like ministering to my soul, because it's kind of where my head is at right now. So I wanted to thank you for the excellent content that you guys are putting out. So keep up the good work on that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, let's start with I know I know I know John Mangini's view of the rookie card, because he's been very vocal on it, as he has the right to do. Rick, I don't know yours very much, so I'm going to start with you on this, and I would love to know your philosophy on pre-war rookie cards. Do you think that is even a thing, or does it even need to be a thing? What are your thoughts?
Just by the people that I communicate with, that collect pre-war, I don't think it's a thing at all. And I don't collect that way. And it's okay for people to collect that way. And there's a lot of history. Hey, what was the first card, or what do you consider a rookie card? But the problem is, I saw a poll on Net 54, and it was, do you consider a postcard, a pre-war postcard, a rookie card? And 60% said yes, 40% said no.
Okay.
On just one particular card. So that's just one card. Then you
Right.
get into, like you're saying, distribution. Many people can't afford, I can't afford some of these rookie cards.
I
So
know.
why, I don't even bother with that.
Yeah.
Some of the pop is one or two. So I think a lot of people, I'm just, I guess, speaking for myself, but that's why the rookie card really doesn't matter to me when it comes to pre-war cards.
Okay. Okay.
Everyone has an opinion, and I don't think we could. And I know, Victor, you said you're going to come up with your own, solution, or what you think is a rookie card, and I come up with my own.
Right.
Just watching your different episodes, which I loved, there's no one exactly the same.
Yeah.
We have Orlando saying that those W600 Sporting Life cabinets are rookie cards. Okay. And I don't think they are. Okay. We have other people saying exhibits are rookie cards. Some people say, just the distribution. We don't even know the distribution. Most of these issues, literally, you could we've done a deep dive just on our recent episodes, John and I have done. The distribution, you can search the history of a company. It just really doesn't tell you if it was just in that state, other states, and it's kind of tough. So people, I'm just rambling on here.
Yeah.
But that's, I think, why I don't have an issue with somebody calling a card a rookie card. It doesn't really matter to me, but I think it's just, there's no uniformity. There's no one set of rules when it comes to
I've
pre-war.
noticed.
I want to touch on something about the distribution. Okay, with modern cards, the distribution makes sense, because if they come out with a rookie card this year, it makes sense that it has to be in a product that we can all go out and get. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about pre-war, this is in the past. This is in the past. These are not cards that are coming out now. So in my mind, what difference does the distribution make? Because we're not acquiring them now. They were 100 years ago. Okay. So whether it's if they were widely distributed or if they were regional, to me, it doesn't matter. And with pre-war cards, they were almost all regional. almost all regional.
Right.
I don't know, maybe the T206 was distributed everywhere, but
Mhm.
for the most part, you look at the Baltimore News Babe Ruth that is sold as his rookie card. I mean, that was only issued in Baltimore. That
Right.
is a regional issue, and yet people want it and pay big money for it.
Yeah. And we're gonna get to the topic of distribution, but
Okay.
first,
I
I
agree
know.
with John. So I'm going to bring up some stuff. I was thinking the same way as John. I'm just going to say this.
Yeah.
Are you looking at it if you were a collector in pre-war times, where
Yeah.
it only cost a penny to get a card, and you were able to find a card? Maybe it was a Bryce Williams, but there might have been 100 Bryce Williams cards back then, but now there's only a few of them. Or are you looking at it now, looking back and saying, "Hey, I can't afford that Bryce Williams card. There's only one or two, and I can find a card. If I want a card, I can find it on eBay or an auction house." So if you're looking
Right.
now, the distribution really doesn't matter. But if you're looking back when people were collecting back then it probably would matter.
To add to that, and Victor, sorry, I don't want to get you too off track
No,
here.
go
I
ahead.
know
To
we're
add to
already
that,
off the- we're off the
many of the old vintage issues were treated like coupons. For instance, the 1926 Spalding, and you could turn these cards in and get sporting goods. So a lot of times that's why those cards became so rare. They may have been widely distributed at the time, but to what Rick just said, became rare over time.
Okay.
So,
Now let me
Victor,
throw.
how are you looking at it? I guess.
How am I looking right now? I'm an open book. I'm listening to all angles and taking all of this in, and then I'm going to go into a season of hibernation as I absorb everybody's thoughts and try to carve out a system that works for me, that makes sense for me. But John, let me real quick. Let me ask you the same question as far as what is your take on pre-war rookie cards? Is it overrated? Is it needed? Not needed? What's your take?
You know, I go back and forth on this. I don't think it's that needed. However, like I brought up the Babe Ruth, Baltimore News. When you see these first cards being sold at auction, whether it's a Ty Cobb postcard or whether it's an exhibit or whether it's that Babe Ruth, they sell for a premium. So if I'm stepping back from myself and just looking at what the hobby's considering or what the hobby values, they clearly value the first card, whether you call it a rookie card or not. The first card carries some value.
It does.
For me, okay, so let's take the Walter Johnson Ramley. I don't care what you call his rookie card. I would probably rather have the Ramley. You see, there are certain fantastic old issues, and they're going to be more popular than a rookie card in a lot of cases, even if they have a specific rookie card. It's like, I don't care what the Hannes Wagner rookie card is. I'd rather have the T206.
So there's two schools of thought that basically says the first one is like that the first card, no matter what, the first image of that player is the rookie card. But there may be only less than 10 available. Let's just call it one or two, because there's a lot of them like that. Do you think that should be considered the rookie card?
Me, yes.
Okay. Rick, how about you?
Definitely. Just like I brought up the Bryce Williams. Well, back then you could pick up a Bryce Williams for a card or whatever card, American Caramel card or a T206 card. Back then there was hundreds of them.
Right.
But now, just because it's rare now doesn't mean it was rare back then.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of rookie cards in that set because they were issued in 1903, in between, in an era where there weren't a lot of cards. So, your Christy Mathewson, for instance, in that set sells for an absolute fortune.
So your guys are taking more of a purist view in saying that the first one, pop counts be damned. So if the price is too out of range for us,
But that's a rookie card.
That's
I
too
mean, that's
bad.
his rookie. I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? I
Right.
mean,
Right. It's
Yeah,
just-
well, many rookie cards are out of the range of many collectors. I mean, for some collectors, Sandy Koufax's rookie card's out of the realm, or Roberto Clemente.
it's true.
Um,
It's true.
so you're always going to have that because people pay up for the rookie card.
Hmm. Okay.
And
Well,
then,
let me,
with modern, if you have a one of one rookie card, now you get into a whole other complications.
yeah. Yeah.
Can a one of one be a rookie card? They put RC on it, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's the difference with that and pre-war being a low pop?
Right. Because they usually have 100 other parallels and 10,000 or 10,000 other base cards that
Yeah.
kind of mimic it. But let me start this here. Can we agree or disagree that a pre-war rookie card should be a sports card, meaning made of paper, somewhat a decent size that where it like fits in your hand, that type of thing. It has to have the image of the player and the team. It has to be considered a sports card. How do you feel about that?
Rick, I'll let you go first.
no, I agree. I agree. It should be a card. Now, I have an issue with, like, again, I'm bringing these up again, the W600 Sporting Life cabinet cards, things like that. But generally speaking, yes, it's not a stamp, not a Colgan's chip, which I have back here.
I disagree on the Colgan's chip. That's a card.
Oh, geez.
A card does not have to be square.
No, but it's not even a card.
Yes,
Right.
it is.
No,
A
it's
pin?
Yes, it is.
please.
Get off my lawn, Rick.
Get off my lawn. All right. So if
All right.
we'll just roll into the checklist that I have here. If we're agreeing that a sports card, it has to be a sports card, then what is your views on like photographs? And when I say photographs, that can include type ones, it can include cabinet cards, that sort of thing. What's your take on photographs?
No.
No.
Definitely can't be a rookie card. It's not a card.
Right.
They're awesome to have a photograph from Ty Cobb's rookie season or something like that is awesome.
Right.
But it's not a card. It can't be a rookie card.
Even if it's a cabinet?
I'm iffy on postcards and cabinet cards.
Okay.
Technically, they're cards, but I'm iffy. Now, I wouldn't consider stamps. I heard somebody say it's a rookie stamp, but it's a stamp can't be a card.
Right.
That's just. I mean, it's in the definition. It's in the name.
Right.
It can't be a card. It's a stamp.
Okay.
Premiums can't be rookie cards. They're not cards. They're premiums. So, which are more like photographs. But when it comes to exhibit cards, postcards, cabinet cards, I'm on the fence with those because to me, they're cards. They're just larger cards, and there's nothing wrong with a larger card. It's like like this. Post Serial had these on the back. Now it's a large card, but it's made of cardboard. It's a card. To me, this is a card. It's not a photo. So that's just my thinking on it.
Okay. And Rick, where are you like on postcards, stamps, premiums?
Well, we'll go
Start
to
with
the
those.
premium. So isn't this, John? Let me put on my thing here. Isn't the Sporting Life, that cabinet card is a premium card? You would have to mail it in. You would have to pay something to get that. And on the back of it, some of them actually say it's a photo on the back. So to me, that particular item, that cabinet, is basically not a baseball card.
And I could go with that. I could go either way. It's really cool regardless if it's, his first.
How about advertising mementos or game related pieces? When I mean mementos, I'm talking matchbooks, calendars, business cards, flyers, schedules.
No.
To me, no, those aren't cards.
Okay. And
I mean,
then-
the matchbooks, I have a large collection of them. They're absolutely cool, but I don't think they could be. You know, I go back and forth on that too because you could cut those out and they're little cards. They're no different than the 1910 W555s that are little squares you cut off of a box.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, I'm thinking out loud here. It wouldn't bother me if they were considered cards.
Okay. And how about like discs and tokens and that sort of thing? Game cards.
I consider game cards cards. I mean, if it's like the 24 Walter Mayles game or the Fan Craze, I see no reason those shouldn't be rookie cards.
Okay. And now I wanted to go into Rick. How about you? I'm sorry, I forgot.
I disagree. I don't
You
think like
disagree?
the national game, the Tom Barker, those are game cards. Those are not baseball cards. Those are actually game cards.
Right.
But they're baseball cards. They're a card with a
They're
baseball
game
player on them.
cards. You play a game with them.
Eh.
They're not baseball cards.
You can play a game with baseball cards. We used to play them all the time.
Yeah, flipping.
So the 1936 Gaudy is not a baseball card because it's a card game. That's your contention?
No, I'm saying the national game, the Tom Barker, the Fan Craze, anything that's like a deck of cards that you meant to play like a game, then I'm saying no.
So the 1968 Topps Insert card game, those aren't baseball cards.
That might be
Because they're a game.
Not going to be rookie cards.
If it's first, you have to define what a card is. If it's a card, then it can be a rookie card.
Well, if there's anything a card, I can show you all kinds of
That's
cards.
just part
here.
of the equation, though. Go ahead, Rick.
It has to be a baseball card, not a card.
Eh.
All right, let's move on to Premier sets, and this is kind of, in my opinion, the area where I need help the most. There's a lot of here's where I'm at with it. Premier sets are, to me, anything that is tobacco, caramel, or gum. That's kind of where I'm at. You guys can talk me off the ledge of that if we need to. But those are the cards that to me have the biggest footprint of distribution. They were like, as far as the law provides, because some states were not allowed to sell tobacco. So these, as far as the law provides, they were widely distributed. Do you guys agree with that or disagree with that?
I agree.
I disagree.
Okay.
Cards back then were distributed in all kinds of different products. And we always want to narrow it down to only candy cards, only tobacco cards, because we're thinking from a Topps standpoint. Well, cards existed for 70 plus years before Topps ever made a card. And they were distributed in all kinds of different ways.
It's true.
So is Tango's eggs not a card? Or, you know, they were just distributed with all kind of different things. You know, Plow's candy were hand delivered to women. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. So to me, it didn't have to be tobacco or gum because they were distributed with many other products. They were distributed with bread. There's lots of bread issues. So we're ruling all of those out.
I'm getting the vibe that your biggest hangup is with distribution here.
It is, especially now. I can buy it for modern cards. I get that because if we're chasing them, like I said, it's more exciting to be able to obtain it. But when we're going back in time and looking at it from a modern lens, it doesn't matter. We can't go back in time and acquire these. So the distribution to me doesn't matter. It no longer matters. Maybe it would have mattered back then.
Yeah. But there are some releases, many, that were very, what I've called the regional major and minor. And the minor being that it was available in Philadelphia only at a specific grocery store. And that was it. And to me, that just the spirit of my thinking anyways, and then that the cards should be available to at least a large footprint of people, and not so much just the people of Philadelphia, only the people who shopped at that one particular store. And that's kind of the angle where I'm coming from.
I totally understand your viewpoint on it. I just tend to disagree with that because we're going back in time. and we all have access. You know, none of us got those from the Philadelphia bakery. We all had to get them secondhand.
Yeah. So it's more of a, you just have a differencing opinion, and
Yeah, yeah.
that's okay. Yeah.
Whatever the hobby decides, I really don't care. I don't get
Yeah.
too wrapped up in this stuff, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just sharing my viewpoint.
Rick, what's your take on regional major and regional minor?
Well, I was looking at it when I disagree, or John, I was saying yes, if you just consider, if you take out distribution and it has to be distribution, it has to be a major, then you're going to limit, you might have a card like Chrissy Mathewson, and you might jump up. He's been playing for 10 years, and now his rookie card is his T206 card. Or everyone's rookie card is a Gaudy card. Or every rookie
Right.
card is a Leaf card. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you have to have some adjustment to how you look at things.
That
And I
makes
would
sense.
say that, like a strip card, for instance, someone where we don't even know who distributed it. It's a strip card on a sheet, whatever. I don't think those could be considered rookie cards. We have no idea. Actually, probably not even know the year. Actually,
Yeah.
some of the grading companies don't know the year. So I would eliminate those. It has to have some kind of identify with some company, basically.
And that was going to be my next question.
To be a rookie card.
That was going to be my next question on the list, because there seems to be, and we're talking like two schools of thought here. And there's one that says it has to be from like a legitimate manufacturer, which is kind of what you're saying. But then at the same time, you have different types of manufacturers. We have to like get into the minutia on that, because there's some people who they were making these cards kind of as a side hustle, and some of them didn't have copyrights and that sort of thing. And so what is your opinion on those two schools of thought?
I disagree with legitimate. I mean, what's legitimate? Baseball cards were so widely made, widely produced, and widely distributed. They were so popular, and lots of different companies made these cards. So what is legitimate? Like, is Bond Bread legitimate? They were issued in packages of Bond Bread. Are Redman cards legitimate? Like, I mean, who determines what's legitimate? Strip cards were legitimate. They were widely distributed. It was the era where, that's after, World War I came along, and they didn't make many cards, and that's what you could get. I've heard people say that black and white cards aren't cards. That's what they made. That's what they made. So,
Yeah, that's out there.
I mean, everybody has a different opinion, but
Right.
a card is a card to me.
Right. What I mean by legitimate manufacturer is one that either, again, I'm leaning towards tobacco, caramel, gum, companies that had copyrighted permission to print these cards and distribute them broadly.
Well, I think you might be. Did all these companies have copyrights?
Well, the main players.
You're limiting it to a very few, I think.
There's a substantial list of companies who did have copyright. I mean, it was a thing. Licensing was a thing.
Oh, it was definitely a thing. I have a copyright card for the 1933 Leo Durocher, for instance.
Yeah,
they filed these. But when you get into those older hand cut cards that Rick and I delve into on our program, I find it hard to believe those are all copywritten, and there are many of them.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. In the same vein, you have a ton of stuff out there that does not. It was homemade stuff, custom cards, basically. Rick, what's your view on that, on this point?
We don't really know who printed these cards, the American Caramel cards, actually printed them, and the strip cards and all these issues, but a lot of them were printed by the same company, whoever
Yes.
that was, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, mainly. They probably printed all those cards. You would have a salesperson go into these companies trying to sell their printed project like these baseball cards to different
Mhm.
companies. So probably the same person who printed the American Caramel, printed the Philadelphia Caramel, printed the Williams Caramel, Oxford Confectionery, to everything else for that matter.
Yeah,
For the most part.
that's a great point. And a lot of the old cards are like that. Let's look at look at the 1947 Bond Bread, for instance. So the 47 star subject cards, which are the square corner versions of those, came out a little bit before the Bond Bread.
Mhm.
Now, clearly, whoever made those cards peddled them to both companies. And then there's also an exhibit card that they call Bond Bread, which is not. The grading companies call them Bond Bread. They have the same images. Then you look at the Burke Ross. Many of the Burke Ross images are the same as the Sports Star subjects and the Bond Bread and the exhibits. So these images were peddled around. And if you go, back to the W575s and 501s and Kester's Bread, those kinds of things, you'll see the same image over and over and over. And to what Rick was saying with the early candy cards, the e-cards, many times they use the same image.
Like the just for instance, I mean, the Harringtons, the 28 Harringtons, the
Yeah.
Thorpes, the Yinglings, the Sweetman, they're all, I'm sure, by the same manufacturer, same person who printed those, went out to these different companies, which were all about 100 miles within a radius of 100 miles, selling their product. Hey, do you
Same
want to cover
exact images. Are they
And so-
legitimate or not? Like, who decides that?
Then there's some that are blank back and people put their stamps, or even like there's things like Gimbals. There's all different smaller companies that has the same image, the same card, but it has maybe a smaller company that has the advertisement on the back.
Yeah, I would think like a bread company is not going to put an image of a player in their product and distribute it without permission. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Man, I would have loved to be what if we can go back in time in that East Coast area. My goodness.
Well,
There's
they didn't always have permission because and you can look this up online. I believe it was Bobby Thompson who had sued, I think it was Burke Ross, because they never obtained his permission.
Mm.
But there was a lawsuit over this in New York.
But let me move on to checklist size, because this is another big area of contention here. Some sets only have 1 or 2 cards, some have 500. Does a checklist size matter in trying to determine a rookie card in the pre-war era?
Checklist size? To me, no.
I would say no also.
Okay. Why, I guess? Give me your why.
Why would the checklist size have anything to do with it?
Because we're trying to determine what a set is. If a set has one player, like the N86 or the N43 has 6 cards in it with the Allen and Ginter, can we really establish that as a set?
To me, of course. I mean, they're putting the most popular players in there.
The Goodwin Games has 4 cards. I mean, there's just a ton of them that have less than 10 cards in the set.
You're going back to the 19th century, the early days of baseball cards. What other choices did you have?
I hear you, but we can move on, move forward in history, and we still see the same thing. Very small set sizes now.
All right, let's take the Oxford Confectionery. Now, you won't consider that a set, so you won't consider it a set that could have a rookie card because it was regional. But it's a small set.
Yeah.
Great cards. To me, that can be a rookie card. I don't know off the top of my head if there are any in there, but if there are, to me, it could be a rookie card.
Okay, Rick?
Well, yeah, I mean, like for instance, behind me here is my picture of Ty Cobb. It's and the darn issue escapes me, but there's 4 cards, baseball cards.
Bruner's Bread.
No, yeah. You have Ty Cobb. You have, I I shouldn't even brought it up down. My memory's going. There's
no.
four. There's a Home Run Baker.
Yeah.
Bender,
The
and-
T212.
Yes, T212, which is right there. That's a Cobb. I actually have his card there. But there's only four in the set, four baseball players, but it's a multi-sport set, multi-other images, other cards in the set. So I would consider that if one of those cards was his rookie card, I would consider it a rookie card. Just
Me
because
too.
it's not the whole set of baseball, but you have other, subjects in the set besides those four baseball players. So I would consider if that was a rookie card, I would consider a rookie card in that set.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to another. Again, we're talking about two different schools of thought, and I want to know which way you guys lean. Should a pre-war rookie card have cultural significance or hobby acceptance?
I'm not sure what that means. My initial thought is hobby acceptance.
So whatever the hobby has decided is the rookie card. You're okay with that?
Well, I think we have to be as a hobby,
Okay.
so that it's determined. I mean, that doesn't mean that we all have to like it or participate, but I think it doesn't hurt to have a general rule for the hobby.
Consensus, general consensus.
Yeah, general consensus, yes.
Yeah, and I agree with you to a certain extent, and at first is kind of where I was at, but it's like there's so many agendas now, and the hobby's turned so much about money that the hobby consensus is hard to determine because of the element of money. Rick, what are your thoughts on this topic?
I mean, I agree what you guys were saying about
Yeah.
consensus for the most part.
So you lean more towards hobby acceptance.
Yes.
The hobby has determined this one. Like for example, let me bring up this image. I wanted to share this website. It's Old Cardboard, but here, for example, they have a rookie card list here, and I didn't make it past 3 lines without losing it. But like for Hank Aaron, okay, for Hank Aaron, they're saying that his rookie card is the 1952 Indianapolis Clowns. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of like a maybe a pre-war point of view. But then I look down here to line number 3, Roberto Alomar. They're saying the rookie card is the 1987 Rocks Dugout, Wichita Pilots. And I couldn't look at the list anymore.
Well, Victor, this is why I don't like the term rookie card. Most rookie cards, or many rookie cards, are not made their rookie season. The 1960 Carl Yastrzemski is a prospect card. He didn't even play in 1960.
Mhm.
Frank Robinson was Rookie of the Year in 56, and you're calling his 57 a rookie card. I prefer first card, and that is Hank Aaron's first card. And regardless of what consensus comes out that is his rookie card, that one's going to sell for more. And if that's the case, why shouldn't that be the most important, the more important card?
Okay. Last one on this list of exercises is, should the set have presence of major stars, or is that not necessary?
That's not
It could
necessary.
be any player.
Not
Me.
necessary. I don't know why that would be necessary.
Okay. It just schools of thought that came up as I was doing research. There's some people that believe that there has to be presence of all-stars in the set.
Why? What is the thinking on that?
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know.
curious
That's a
because
good question.
I don't understand that thinking at all.
Yeah.
What difference does it make what other players are in the set?
Yeah, I agree. All right. I'm looking at developing a set of core criteria. And these are some of the things that I'm considering, and you guys are free to tell me that I'm off my rocker. All right. So the first major criteria is that it's the first major appearance in a set, and I'm talking a player's earliest card in a structured collectible set, not like a regional minor with one in population. It has to be a player's earliest card in a structured set.
I can live with that if that's what the hobby decides. But if a player has a card in 1933, and that's called his rookie card, the 33 Gaudy, but he has a card in 1926, that 1926 card is going to be more desirable, and you're going to have to pay more for it, regardless of what you want to call his rookie card.
Should it be in his playing days?
Well, what do you mean by that? You mean
Like if he shows up in a set 15 years after he retired?
oh, well, see, to me, that's absurd to call that a rookie card. That's a
Yeah.
first card. That's a
Yeah.
first card. I feel the same way about a president's card or a Mozart card 100 years after he died, and you're calling it a rookie card. Or, Chuck Noll's rookie card is after he won 4 Super Bowls. Those things to me are just silly.
Yeah. You see, we do agree on something there, John. I'm kind of on the same boat with you there.
That's their first card. But technically, Chuck Noll has well, I guess it's a team issued photo that some people would consider a rookie card from the 60s when he was a lineman for the Browns.
Rick,
How
what
about-
are your
That's
thoughts?
Well,
That-
let me ask this. How about Judge Landis? His first card, they consider rookie card, is his Hall of Fame card. A lot of these people didn't have cards, so
Right,
they do in the Hall of Fame issue.
right.
In Canton, do you consider those rookie cards?
That's why first card makes more sense to me.
Yeah, in that aspect, yeah. But if a player does have, when I'm trying to determine a rookie card of a certain player, I'm saying that this rookie card should be within his playing days career.
Yes,
Yes.
for sure.
That makes sense. It's kind of like common sense almost. All right. Another criteria that I'm thinking is that it should be widely distributed. There's 3 levels of distribution that I have. There's national distribution. There were some cards that were available nationally, but then the regional major and regional minor. And I believe you guys already understand where I'm coming from with that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking more like a regional major should be considered as because it has a large footprint of distribution, as opposed to a regional minor then does not. It's more narrow. And I had an interview with a gentleman a couple days ago, Stephen Benzel, and he had created this system for himself where he's saying there's a rare rookie card and then there's like a common rookie card. And that kind of made sense to me in the aspect of everybody being able to have a certain card of the player that they want to collect. He liked Frank Chance. Frank Chance first card, there's one in population. And so then he went looking for another card, the second card per se. And what are you guys' thought on the distribution model I just laid out there?
For me, sports cards are not an equal opportunity employer.
Okay.
Not everybody can have every card.
Okay.
And if it's limited, if it's a rarer card, I mean, that makes it extra special. Not everybody can get every card. We can't get every modern rookie card. Not everybody can get a Michael Jordan rookie card.
Mhm,
So why should we loosen the rules or tighten them for pre-war? That's what makes the rookie card special. If a rookie card's no longer special, then you're not going to be happy, are you?
no. Rick,
I mean, it's not everybody. Not everybody needs to be able to have it. Is my thinking.
Okay. It's fair. Rick?
I mean, I agree with John said. I mean, consider the Ramley Walter Johnson as his rookie card, okay, which could be. But the problem is I can't afford that card.
Mhm.
It's 10,000 plus for that card. So there's I don't know, maybe 20, 30 pop report, and I can afford 10,000 plus. Most of them are more $15,000 to $20,000, but that's, many
Well,
people consider that a rookie card. So then if you don't use that, then you gotta maybe then his T206 card. So
Right.
then you keep going. He's now played 8 to 10 years in the league, and you're finding something that people can afford that meets a certain criteria of population. Is it regional, major? Now we're in the Gaudis, whatever it is. So
yeah.
that's my thing looking at this is distribution to me, I don't think matters because there's many cards that we can afford that were regional back then or just made in Philadelphia or a movie theater, whatever it is. We can find that card. There's some we can't afford, but there's always some we can't afford. But so my thinking is it's a rookie card, even whether it has a population of 5 or 10, and it could be from like the Bryce Williams. There's a lot of, just by me today looking at the checklist of Bryce Williams, there's probably 10 players, the rookie cards. And I consider all those cards rookie cards, whether there was 1, 10, 5 in population. It was to me, it was a major back then because the two guys that started the company were from Hershey. They started in the Bryce Williams company, and then they moved on to changing the name to Williams Caramel and then to Oxford Confectionery. It was the same company over the years, those companies. So Bryce Williams, I consider a B, even though we're not sure if it's distributed just in Philadelphia or outside of the state. But to me, it has a 150 card checklist. It has major players in that checklist. And even though I can't afford the Wagner, the Mathewson, it's a rookie card. Back then, again, like
Too bad for you.
If I lived back then, I could afford that 1 cent card. Or
Right.
if I lived in that general area, but I live in the West Coast. So if I lived in California back, there's no cards for me except for the ZNet cards, for instance, or something like that. So to me, I don't think distribution matters as long as it's with a particular, whatever company. We know who the company was producing them. We know that Bryce Williams, it was 1 card per caramel Bryce Williams candy. We know that. We don't know what the card was when you got the candy. Major set. And many of these players I consider to be all Fred Clarks to even Frank Chance, Chief Bender, Nat Blazeway, Wagner, Bobby Cy Young, all those I consider to be rookie cards. And then if you don't use that as an example, then you're moving on to probably the American Caramel E90-1s, which were I'm taking away the postcards because I don't think postcards are. But if you eliminate the postcards, then these guys have been in the league for multiple years, and now you're considering the E90 American Caramel cards as a rookie cards, and they've been in the league for 5 to 10 years, and they've had. So that's why I'm kind of rambling on. But
so I'll give you. I'm going to give you some more ammunition for PSA because I know you guys love to do episodes on PSA. But they have adopted that softer model. So if a player has his first card is extremely low population, for the rookie card set registry, which is kind of where I live, they go with the more popular, more available T206, for example, as the rookie card, because they have determined, as far as set registry users, it's unfair to call something a rookie card if there's only 1 or 2 or 3 in existence.
No, geez, they're wrong again. I mean, come on.
Put it on the
If it's a
checklist.
rookie card, it's a rookie card. I mean,
Right.
just because someone can't get one doesn't mean, Jeff Wilson can afford this card. Okay, so he,
Yeah.
I think it's kind of crazy. I think, to me, it's a rookie card is a rookie card. It doesn't matter if someone can't afford. Oh, I can't afford it, so that's not a rookie card. Or it only has a population of 10. I know a player, and we know, all three of us know a person. Andrew, Enough Said Cards has a Bryce Williams. What's he have? Not the Wagner. He has he has one of them.
Doesn't he have the
Cy
Mac?
Young? Cy Young is it?
Oh, is it
He has
Cy Young?
one. I think it's Cy Young. So he has one. I'm sure he considers it a rookie card.
All right, I'm gonna go to the next one, and John, I'm gonna start with you on this one, and I am leaning towards the idea of intent, or if you want to call it purpose, of the card being made and distributed. And you probably heard me say this already, but I want to repeat it in the event that somebody's watching this series for the first time and they pick up on this video. And my contention is that the intent and purpose, because a lot of stuff back then was made for the purposes of dangling a carrot in front of customers so that they can sell their widget. And the card was not distributed. It didn't have a large footprint. It was at a local retail store. And if you bought this product, they were going to give you this card or this little mail-in coupon that you can send in, and then you would receive your card. I'm not liking that model too much. Talk me off the ledge.
You're not liking. Hold on. I'm not fully grasping what you're saying.
Okay, so they made cards like a store wants to sell this widget.
Yeah.
And if what they do to sell this widget is dangle a card and they give it away as like a promotion.
Okay.
They give you like a mail.
You want to dismiss those.
I don't want to dismiss them. I want to properly identify those.
Because you'd have to dismiss Tops because they started making cards to sell gum.
Well,
And you have to dismiss Bowman.
No. This is more. This is more in the retail world.
You mean in the retail world?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say 1929 cash-in. Those were sold in department stores in boxes. A set, something like that, you don't think should be considered a rookie card?
I'm saying it's typically more of a retail promotional item. If you went into the store and bought this widget, they would give you the card.
Yeah, so Boston Boys Store, Rick, would be one of those.
I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it.
Let me ask, we're cashing, for instance.
I mean, what difference does it make what product you had to buy, though? Like the Swell, the 48 Swell, you got a card if you bought 2 pieces of bubble gum. So is bubble gum okay? But if you're buying a different product, it's not okay? I'm just trying to understand your line of thinking.
Yeah. It to me.
So if I bought eggs, Tango eggs doesn't count because they're eggs.
It's the idea of using it as bait.
That's what baseball cards were. That was their original intent.
Okay, all right. I'm just wanting to glean your opinion. Rick, what about you?
I agree with John.
Okay.
I agree with John. We don't always agree, but I agree with John.
Okay, what about randomness? Should the card have some type of like a tobacco pack? You didn't know what card was in there. There was an element of randomness in it, kind of like today's product. When you open up a pack, you don't know what's in there. Should this card have? Should a rookie card have an element of randomness to it?
Well, let me ask you this. I have sitting over there a cello pack. Well, I have one. Here, I'll just use this one because it's handy. I have a cello pack. There's no randomness here. I know this is Kirk Gibson's rookie card. Does that mean this is not a rookie card?
Okay.
And how would you prove that I didn't know it it was there ahead of time? To me, no. No randomness, no.
Okay.
I don't think that should matter.
Okay.
Well,
Rick?
for instance, like we just mentioned the cash-ins. There were boxes on the back of the box that told you had a checklist of the cards you would receive.
Yeah.
There was 4 different boxes, and actually Ruth was in each box, of course, but there was a checklist. So you saw the checklist, you know what you're buying. I have no issue with that. That's a baseball card to me, even though I know who's in the box.
Okay.
How about the box of whatever box you buy, the full set of tops, 90, 91, 92, 93. It's a full set.
You buy a complete set.
Complete set. We
You know
the
you're getting a
cards
rookie
in
card.
there. So
Good point. Good point.
Yeah,
there we
that
go.
is a good point.
Chuck one up.
This
You
is
said
fun,
something
Victor.
valuable, Rick.
I know, we're-
Congratulations.
I'm having fun.
We got Victor in a circle here.
His head's spinning.
I'm trying to keep up. It's two against one, in
No,
fairness.
but every episode we've seen, he's like, all right, how about this? How about that? And John and I are going off on tangents of all kinds of different
Yeah, I can
things.
imagine. I can imagine. I knew there was a bounty out for my head. I knew it. Anyways, the last 2 on this list is structured checklist and career time release, meaning it has to be within his playing time career. But we already discussed that, so we're going to move on. Pushback. Let's talk about pushback a little bit. Actually, we already discussed that. First known image, hobby acceptance, and we already covered that. So overall, I wanted to we're going to spend a little bit of time on this. Let me pull this website back up. Give me 1 second to set it up.
I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
When it comes to pre-war. So Joe DiMaggio has a Z-Nut card when he played in the Pacific Coast League. The Pacific Coast League was its own league. It was not a minor league until 1958. It was just a separate league at the time. What are your thoughts on that being a Joe DiMaggio rookie card?
I'll be honest with you, John. I have not studied that yet, not as closely as I have postmodern or post-war. But my plan is here as I'm researching and gathering and talking to people. I have like 4 other interviews lined up after you guys. So I am in no way, shape, or form done with all of this. But once I am done interviewing, I'm going to sit down and try to figure those kind of questions out myself.
Yeah.
And I think in the future, I'll be better prepared to answer that kind of question.
Many people consider his 1936 Worldwide Gum card a rookie card.
Mm-hmm.
Those were only issued in Canada.
Right. And what's the other one? You're talking about
A Z-Nut.
the Z-Nut?
That was the
Okay.
first one I brought up.
Okay. Yeah, and again, now if I'm saying that a regional major footprint matters, then I believe Canada is a big enough footprint to be considered regional major, and really Canada is a part of like North America. They're like.
That surprises me, Victor. I thought you would rule out Canadian only issues.
You think so?
I thought you would. That surprises me.
Yeah.
How about issues from Cuba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're getting
Point
into
of
some
issues.
stuff.
That falls more under foreign. I think.
Well, for the Negro League collectors, they certainly consider the Cuban cards. I would think rookie cards like the Minnie Minoso, those kinds of players that they do have Cubans that you can find. You can find that Minnie Minoso. You can find it. It's not, available everywhere, but it's not out of reach either, and it's not out of reach price wise as well. It's a few $1,000s. Should that be a rookie card?
Right. It's an interesting question, and it'll be considered, because I'm going to go through all. But I'm basically focusing on, and I know John doesn't like this, but I'm going to be focusing on the rookie cards of Hall of Famers because that's where I want to start. When I
Wait, why don't I like that?
because you feel like, what did you say in that one video, that we ignore other valuable players of that day only because they're not Hall of Famers or something like that.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't get mad at you for starting with the Hall of Famers. We are talking today about hobby relevance and
Yeah.
the hobby coming together. And certainly, you would start with hobby Hall of Famers. I mean, many people only collect Hall of Famers,
Right. Right.
and I wasn't speaking anything bad on that. I was just saying that I like to have all the good players.
Right.
There are a lot of good players that were great for 8 years or 9 years. Not going to be in the Hall of Fame, but I still want to have them.
Right. I thought of you the other day. I read a definition of the word type collector, and you fall into that genre, John. You like what they're saying that they want to collect like a certain card of each release that was out there, and that's kind of where you land, I think.
That's true. For me, the cards are more important to me in many cases than the players who are on them. Like I certainly want to have all the great players, and I want to have the historical players. If somebody holds a record, so when I'm going after, if I could only have one card from each set, I want a significant player. I do, but I want all the significant players.
Right.
And so if I can just have somebody that holds some record, like I have a Xena Earl Webb. Like most people probably never heard of Earl Webb, but he doesn't have any main issue cards, and he holds the all-time single season doubles record.
Right.
So if you want to have his card, I'm happy to have his Xena.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so cool about you guys' content and what you're doing, because you'll showcase stuff like that.
Yeah.
I saw one here recently, a short, and we're making all the hoopla about Otani, which was a fantastic game. But you brought up, I forget his name now, but he
Rick
hit
Wise,
a no-hitter and 2 home runs in a game
against the Reds. Not a bad team in '71.
Yeah, so
not to take anything away from Otani, but people forget these great games of the past.
Right. And I never even heard of that guy that you what's his name again?
Rick Wise, man. If you
Rick
collected
Wise.
cards in the '70s, you certainly saw him all over the place.
All right, let's go to. I want to look at some cards here, some sets. Let me start with the tobacco era. Here we see number of cards in the set. I am trying to distinguish what sets are, I guess, most popular in the hobby, are known amongst the masses. Is that even possible to decipher?
I think it is, because I think most collectors, or many collectors, I would say most, aren't familiar with a lot of the stuff that Rick and I collect. And so they dismiss them outright. They would never rule them as a rookie card, just because, that's what I would always get. And this is clearly no offense to Rick, because he's my friend. Right. But this is what I would say about oddball cards, is I would find that people who never saw those cards before, didn't know what they were, didn't know their significance, would just write them off and say they're oddballs. In the early days of eBay, that's what sellers would do, because they didn't know what they were. And they'd say, oh, this Oxford confectionery is an oddball. And to me, they're all cards. They're all cards. Just because you don't know them doesn't mean it's an oddball.
Right. Right. What on this list? I know everybody knows the T206. The T207, I feel, is also a very known set. Would you agree?
T207?
Yeah.
I would say it's well known amongst avid, vintage collectors, but not the hobby in general.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So on this list, the Turkey Reds, how well known are those?
Again, your vintage people know them. Okay. If you, I don't know. I mean, I'm presuming here.
And that's what I'm looking for, John.
Let me just say this: your average collector who started in 2020 is not going to look at those things and know what they are. Only your real, the people that are really into pre-war, I think.
I mean, on this list here, if you're just like a modern collector looking at this list,
Mhm.
You would know T206,
T206.
maybe T205s,
Maybe.
maybe. And besides that, I don't see anything on the list. Of
204s, the Ramleys?
no, but an
Oh,
average modern
definitely
collector
not
would know. I
Ramleys.
have no idea.
No. Okay.
No, I show Ramley on my videos, and I get a lot of comments. I never saw that before. Didn't know that set existed. And these are
Really?
from avid collectors that have collected for a long time.
You're going down. I don't see anything that
Pops out at you?
pops out that
You're going to have to
we know,
stick
but
with T206, 33 Gaudy, 41 play ball. These are the sets people know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
maybe
But
an American
it,
caramel card,
49 Leaf.
cards.
there has to be, it has to go deeper than that, though, I think.
Well, I'll bet you, like if you
Well,
say, I have an E card. Let's say I have a standard caramel E card. I bet you most collectors wouldn't have an image of any card in their mind, like they would for the 52 Mantle, the Sandy Koufax rookie card, the 33 Jimmy Fox, the 41 Ted Williams, the 49 Leaf Babe Ruth. Like those are, every collector has them. They're shown in every auction, every magazine, on every channel. But some of the ones you're talking about, your average collector's not going to know those.
All right. All right. So the last question that I've been asking everybody is really a definition of a rookie card, but I think I picked up on it halfway through, and both of you guys' stance is that it's the first card released, the first sports card of that player released. Period.
If it's
For
a
me-
sports card,
For me, yes, but then the problem becomes what is a card? Like Rick and I don't agree on that.
No, I don't think a lot of people agree. So we
Yes.
have, then what are the parameters then?
okay.
Well, like at the beginning, he said on Net 54, 60% thought postcards could be a rookie card and 40% didn't. And I think you're going to have that no matter what. Like I think Colgan's chips are cards. He doesn't think that they're cards. To get agreement on that, what is a card? That's going to be, I think, a harder thing than which is the rookie card.
Yeah, no, and I've already learned that lesson from the work that I do. You're never going to get agreement. That's going to be what I'm trying to do is establish a level of understanding for myself. I can't. There's never going to be consensus. I totally agree with that. And
See, I think exhibit cards should be rookie cards.
yeah,
They were widely distributed in machines and in packs, and they're just bigger. That's all. Like, just because they're bigger doesn't mean they're not a card, and they're exhibit cards. You know, they're even defined as a card. And I find exhibit cards to be a little different than postcards, even though they look the same. The postcards have a postcard back and are meant to be mailed rather than collected, maybe.
which
I go
influences-
back and forth with postcards. I'm
Yeah.
good either way, but
Yeah.
exhibit cards 100% should be considered cards.
And why do you say that?
They were distributed the same way all baseball cards were.
Because of distribution?
Well, I don't understand why people get wrapped up in the size. See, I think it stems from Topps. And you think that a baseball card should only be top size. Well, for 70 years prior to 1952, no baseball card was that size. None of them. No baseball card was the size of the 52 or the size of 57 and up. And so you're viewing the past with the lens of Topps. And Topps took over the card market. So when you're a vintage, when you're pre-war, when you're old
Right.
school, cards came in all kinds of different shapes and sizes. That's why I think Colgan's is a card. Just because it's round, it's no different than an exhibit card being oversized.
I don't think I ever said that
even
the
a
size
T-
of exhibits mattered.
Oh, I'm not saying you, Victor. I'm
Okay.
saying I hear this. Because the why else would you not consider an exhibit card a card if it wasn't for size?
Look
Right.
at this little
Why
thing. It
else?
comes in this little container. That's not a card.
Oh, how about the W555s are cards? You cut them out. How about the Walter Johnson
But they're
card
not
we
rookie
have
cards.
that
They're
was
not
on a
rookie
notebook?
Cards. They're not rookie cards.
No, I'm talking about what is and is not a card that could be considered a rookie card.
But
got
like
you.
a postcard. I have an issue with
Put
the
your mask
postcard.
on.
I have an issue with the postcards, okay? But the exhibit cards, I agree with exhibit cards because you had no idea what card you're going to get out of the machine. You're collecting the card. That's why you're putting a penny in, because you want that card. A postcard is meant to be mailed. Somebody might collect that postcard as a play for the player, but it's meant to be mailed to someone else.
It's intent.
Intent.
I still lean towards postcards being cards. It's right in the name, for God's sakes.
Well,
Postcard.
Yeah,
Postcard.
not
It's not
baseball card.
post picture. It's not post
baseball
stamp.
card.
It's postcard.
It's not a baseball card. It's a postcard.
One issue that I have with exhibits is that it was multi-sport. You had actresses, cowboys, musicians.
Why does that matter?
Why does that matter?
Because it's not a baseball set.
Neither's 33 Sport King, but those are baseball cards.
I hear you. It's just kind of where I'm at. That's how I've always viewed exhibits.
The T12s, like we were mentioning behind me here, there was 4 baseball players, 4 Hall of Famers, but the rest of the subjects weren't baseball players. But
You're gonna get Stooks all worked up now.
No, we agree. You're getting them. We're good.
You're going to get them worked up.
You're
We
gonna
agree
get
with
us.
Stu.
We agree with them.
There you go, Stooks. You got some backup.
And you knew what you were getting too. For the most part, you knew you're getting a baseball card or you're getting a movie star. Actually, in San Francisco right now, in an old arcade, I have a picture of it. Is you have the old machine, exhibit machine. You put in, now it's like a quarter, but you get a baseball card or you can get a movie star.
Now we have to back up. We have to back up. I have to see if I can find this real quick. If I can, I'll just explain it.
I just think it's the same thing that is happening today. Is here's the problem that I have with exhibits. It displayed the card in the front of the machine, correct?
Well, it displayed a card you might get, but
Oh,
you don't
you
get that
might
necessarily that card.
Okay, I thought it was specifically
No.
that card.
No.
Okay,
No.
So there was an element of randomness.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Because there's hundreds of those cards, so you wouldn't be able to, each machine wouldn't have, it's just randomness to what cards you.
They
would
did
get.
have a broad. They were in the hobby, and they were.
I believe so. I believe
for a
so.
lot of
I mean,
years they've been
I
around.
mean, there's hundreds of them. You wouldn't just. You might advertise the Walter Johnson or whatever, but you're not going to necessarily get that card. Right?
I
Dylan?
couldn't find it fast enough, but
Okay.
I believe, and we could double check this. I don't believe those exhibit cards were all mixed together.
You're right.
When you see old machines, it'll be all actresses and cowboys in one,
Well, yeah,
and it'll
yeah.
be all baseball players
for
in
sure.
another. They were themed, and
Yeah.
I believe the baseball cards were by themselves for the most part.
Yes.
They may have been mixed at some point, but if you look at I have one of the covers, okay, that came in the machine,
Mhm.
and the cover I have is all baseball players, and so I believe they were distributed that way by theme.
Victor was asking whether you show those, like there's 4 players on the advertisement,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he was thinking there was just those 4 players you would get if you
Oh.
put the machine in, but they're just randomness,
Yeah.
There was
Those
randomness.
are just the ones they use
just
for.
an advertisement
for the advertisement.
that they put in there.
And this is what I'm also very careful of. Now, if we were to say exhibits are rookie cards, can be, then what does that say for then Lou Gehrig's rookie card? See, then I feel like I'm trying to rewrite history here. I'm trying to
Well, what do you consider Lou Gehrig's rookie card?
what is that? 1939 play ball? Is that the one?
No, Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig would be.
Lou Gehrig. What's the
probably be
mainstream?
his 27 York, which is very rare. You go from 20 to 27 years of York type
Okay.
2. But then you go up to what then?
Well, that would be the Harringtons and the
yeah, the
Yinglings
Harringtons
and all those
that,
as well.
1928s. And so
But I
forth.
think consensus in the vintage card world is the exhibit, where he's
Yeah.
is it not?
Yeah, for sure. If you ask anyone that's pre-war, they're going to say that. They're not going to say a Harrington or a York or anything. They're not going to say.
Nope, they're gonna say that exhibit.
Okay, that's good to know. Guys, I am out of questions. Anything else you guys want to bring up or talk about? I'm an open book at this point, but we did go through that list, and I was able to ask you guys the questions that I had. Any closing thoughts?
John?
Rick,
Rick. I mean, go ahead.
go ahead.
All right. So I spent about an hour just looking at these major. I want to have some knowledge of their rookie cards, or what I thought. And what I came up with is for most of these players, I don't consider the W600, those cabinet cards, as baseball cards. They were like a premium for Sporting Life. Okay. So if I don't consider those, then most of these players that were like Cy Young, Wagner, and so forth were the Bryce Williams cards. Okay, so I consider those. And that was the first major set, baseball set. All baseball players, comes in a little package. And then if you eliminate postcards like Ty Cobb, his novelty Cuttery, his whatever that rookie, the other there's like 2 or 3 postcards. You eliminate those, then you go to the American Caramel, you go to the T206 cards. And most of those players would be the remaining players that weren't in the Bryce Williams, they would fall under that category. Okay. And then after the American Caramel, the T206, T205, the T207s, okay, then you get into the Cracker Jacks, and that would be a rookie card. And then, so you can almost eliminate a lot of things if you eliminate postcards.
Now wait a minute, Rick.
Cabinet cards or stuff like that.
If you don't consider Colgan's Chips cards, then are Cracker Jacks cards? Because they're paper. They're not made out of cardstock.
Oh, God.
They're made out of the exact same stock as Colgan's Chips.
Where do you see it? It says paper.
It's not a
say you're
card.
collecting paper on the advertisement.
Did you ever touch one?
Cardboard
Yeah,
is paper. No?
touched one.
I know most
Paper-
people haven't ever
they're
touched a card
paper
anymore.
thin, but
They
they're
just touch
cardboard.
slabs, but those things are like paper.
But what I'm getting at is you can go through and then you go to the, there is a sequence of these
I
players.
just think that you have a double standard. If those are cards, then Colgan's Chips have to be cards.
There's a little round disc.
So what? Where does it say a card has to be square or rectangular?
They're not.
In Rick's book, it does. It matters to Rick. All right, let me show you guys this. Hold on a second. I'm screwing this up. Here we go.
Frank Baker's Colgan chip would be his rookie card. Besides
Okay, now we're talking. Let's go.
Home Run Baker.
So
we don't
here's-
care. Do you even know that, John? I didn't even know that.
I never knew it. Didn't care,
I
to
know.
be honest.
So here's an area of contention. We're looking at Lou Gehrig's cards here. This is the popular one that is widely recognized as his rookie card, right?
Yeah.
Out of the exhibits.
Yeah.
But then we got 2 other postcards before
Nope.
that.
Nope.
Okay. So we're going to lean on this one because it is the one that the hobby has accepted as the rookie card.
Yeah. And if you go back down now,
So
John's
then we're not
say,
going by the first card.
The thing for me is I don't care what anybody calls a rookie card. I want their first card.
Okay.
So I'm going to be a little different than Rick here.
Well, but you want you want a postcard of him, or do you want a card of him? I mean, just a single player. There's those 2 postcards up there that are multiplayer sets.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't really see that screen too well on my phone
There's
here.
two different ones that are multiple.
But I would want. I mean, so you're saying the Nolan Ryan isn't a rookie card because it's multiplayer.
Oh,
So
well,
that's not a rookie card because it's
yeah,
multiplayer.
we're splitting
But
hairs
Tom
now.
Seaver and
But
Nolan
yeah,
Ryan,
no,
those are rookie.
okay. If it's more than 2, I say no. More than 2, I say no.
If it's more than 2, so Paul Molitor's rookie card is no longer in the 78
Oh,
top set.
Frank Whitaker.
So now we're taking rookie cards away.
Pre-war.
Pre-war.
sticking
We're talking pre-war. And if you go back, Victor, if you go down 1, it's a strip card.
Yeah.
And John would say that could be a rookie card if that was his first card, right, John? You'd say a strip
I
card.
would, yes. To
Okay.
me, yes.
I would say no.
Because
If we knew the company,
If we can date it for sure.
date it, and know who, just because someone could, like I said, we could have produced that as someone's house.
See, that's the
Pretty
thing
good
with
fucking-
the exhibit cards
Right.
is, and Stu can date, I don't know if he could date all of them, but many of them. If we can date it, like when they're multi-set issues, it's tough. Like the Jimmy Fox, that exhibit from 1926 to I think 30. And I don't think we could tell what year specifically. So to me, that can't be a rookie card because we don't know when they produced it.
yeah,
It could have been produced in 1930 for all we know.
especially with those early releases. Now, apparently, they had some kind of coding that we have deciphered in the back
Yeah,
on the later stuff where we can determine the date. So I don't.
Yeah,
So
like with the
it's-
exhibit cards, it depends on the text and where the USA is and all that kind of stuff.
So let me-
I'm not up on that, but I know, for instance, the Jackie Robinson, when I got it when I was real young, I was all excited because it was a 47 to 66 exhibit. And if it came out in 1947, well, that would be Jackie Robinson's rookie card.
Mhm.
But it's been determined that that was not issued in 1947. So we know for a fact that's not a rookie card.
Yeah.
In my mind, the Bond Bred, the Star Subjects are the true rookie cards of
Okay.
Jackie Robinson.
go up 1,
Interesting.
Victor. How about John? This cutout, die cut card right there. Can you see it? Kind of like my Mathewson.
Yes.
You consider that a cutout like that a rookie card?
I really don't. That, I mean, if that was determined, I wouldn't be mad about it. But that's more almost like some sort of a toy, like the old color forms or something.
A stand-up thing, yeah.
But I don't know. I never really considered those in the past to be true cards,
Yeah.
but they're really cool. In fact, I have a Johnny Unitas here that's really rare,
That's
and
nice.
it's the same deal.
That's nice. That's a lot of
So
plastic.
I collect those
Very
things,
nice.
but can it be a rookie card? I'd say no.
And then, all right. So
So then you go to
Gehrig's first year was 25. Was that his rookie debut season?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, it's his
Something like that.
These
I
are
believe so.
1920. These postcards are 1920, but this is his first card, like by himself. These would be considered like team cards, which
Yes.
really don't qualify for rookie card designation. But all right, and a lot of it is he's got 2 cards that were released in 1925, and that was the exhibit and the strip card.
Yeah. So if you eliminate the exhibit, let's say you just eliminate the strip card and you eliminate the postcards, then you're going all the way down to his Harringtons, 28 Harringtons, and the Yorks and so forth like that.
28 Harrington.
And John would consider those strip cards too. We just covered those, right, John?
Right.
Well, they're not strip cards.
Well, you got a
They're
1920.
sheets. They're cut off a sheet. So
Drain-
then we're going. There we are.
Let's just
So-
eliminate all his stuff. Let's just go straight to 34 Gowdy, because that's the one everybody knows. Just
But that's-
eliminate all his early cards.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, let's say if you use the criteria of modern times, okay, then everything is going to be a T206, maybe not even a T206. It may be a Gaudy card, and you can move up to whatever, so just you have to have some concessions to these things.
Yeah, I think everybody, if that's what we're going to go with, everybody's rookie card is going to be 2206, Cracker Jack, 33 Gowdy, 41 Play Ball, 49 Leaf, the Bowman, of course.
That's what
Then you get
Beckett
into
did, right?
you get into
Didn't
the boat
Beckett, didn't
later.
he put all those as rookie cards, all the Gaudy cards as rookie cards in his old magazines
I
and stuff?
believe so, because if you're going to dismiss all these cards we're talking about, you're left with the 33 Gaudy as the next major issue since Cracker Jacks. What other major issue would you consider from Cracker Jack in between Cracker Jack and 33 Gaudy?
Yeah.
So
Like my main thing is
you're eliminating all those years.
how you look at it. If it's a rookie card, it shouldn't matter if it's expensive or it's only 5 or 10 in existence. If you look, because that's this rookie card. Back then, in that 1903 Bryce Williams, if you lived in that area, you could afford it for a cent. And it was a pretty big company.
You're really into this Bryce Williams thing.
Well, I'm just using that as an example.
It was a significant set, because really, what did you have between 1895 and 1903? Nothing. And so it's kind of like the 48 Bowman, where all of a sudden you have all these rookie cards in 48 Bowman, because there were very few card sets issued and no major ones.
Mhm.
And so 48 ended up with 28.
I believe they had
all the
over
rookie
like 100 employees, so it wasn't some Mickey Mouse operation. And back then you could probably get it for a cent and pick up whatever card you wanted. But if you look at it now, then obviously it's very rare to find one. Doesn't mean it wasn't widely distributed, or they printed 1,000 of them, 2,000. You just can't find them now.
Well, I would agree they're rookie cards. I would agree that those are rookie cards, and that is a significant set.
Yeah.
And I'm typically what I did with like post-war is I like to, when I'm trying to determine these things, I like to place myself back into that era and realize what was going on at the time. I know there's a lot of debate with the XRCs of the 1980s. And when we know the story, why those decisions were made, I tend to respect history and how it evolved and what was in play when those decisions were made. And I'm trying to do that here with pre-war, but it's so hard because there's so little like accurate information, and then what is out there seems to be like debated. One thing will say this, and then you'll get a no, that's not right, it's this, and so that's the disparity that I'm up against. And really,
collectors will never agree. Never.
Yeah. But I think
we don't even agree on modern rookie cards.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like I remember going to every toy store in the world to find that classic game when that Bo Jackson was coming out in there, with the pads and the baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends and I, we wanted that card. We didn't care if it was a rookie card or not. You can call it whatever the hell you want, but we wanted it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we valued it as such.
And I think a lot of it, for me anyways, is has anybody ever taken the time to dig into these sets one by one and do the legwork on it? I think like the first card, I think that's a lazy approach, because when I ask why, I'm not getting a lot of solid evidence. And so what I'm trying to do, if you can think of like a scientist, and a scientist was going to study an area, and he's going to create a table, a logical table, so that we can like categorize things and organize things. And that's where I'm not finding anything. And that's what I'm basically trying to do, is trying to come in and develop kind of like a chart that would help me organize my thoughts on making a purchase on a pre-war rookie card if I want to go purchase one.
Well, let me give you this analogy. When it comes to baseball players and who should be in the hall, who shouldn't, and people who look at old players and like somebody will look at Home Run Baker and say, his stats suck or whatever. We have something in baseball called the eye test, where I watched him play. I know how good he was. You can look at his stats all you want, like Pete Rose. Do the same thing with vintage rookie cards. Ask people, ask collectors if they would want to have the first card, no matter what you called it, more.
Yeah.
That's the eye test. If all the vintage collectors want that Baltimore News Babe Ruth,
Oof.
and they want that exhibit Lou Gehrig, then that's their rookie cards. It doesn't matter what you call it. That's what everybody wants.
Yeah. I don't know if everybody calls it that though, or is that just the agenda, you know?
I don't think there's an agenda behind it. I think it's exciting to get a player's first card. I think if you asked every single collector, they would all say, "Yeah, I want his first card. Yeah, I want Babe Ruth's first card. Yeah, I want Ty Cobb's first card,
Yeah,
even if it's a postcard."
the consensus that I'm getting on that particular card is no, that it's not his rookie card.
Which one?
The Baltimore News.
Okay,
A lot of people lean more towards the M101.
isn't it Isn't it the highest selling card of Babe Ruth of all time?
Yeah, but the price of a card doesn't determine its
No,
validity as a rookie card.
but it's wanted. It's wanted. That's
Sure.
it's a significant card that is wanted. It's a grail.
Correct.
And it's a grail because of how early it was made, because when it was made.
I agree with you there. All right, man. That's going to be a wrap, man. I appreciate you guys. I would
And just as further evidence to that, it's probably his worst looking card, other than a strip card.
it's an ugly card.
And
don't
but
care if it's the
that's
blue one or
why.
the
But
red one.
it's being purchased as an early card of him. That's what makes it significant. And
Yeah.
that's why collectors want it and will pay so much money for it. And that to me is the eye test I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much. I would, I would say plug your channel. You guys are the most popular guys on the YouTube vintage side of things.
Oh, right.
Come on now, give yourself some props.
We get tens of views.
I know. Exactly. No one cares. No one cares what we, I mean, like John was saying, hey, if I just put PSA sucks on my title, he's going to get 1K plus views.
Did
If
it?
he says we're doing a deep dive on the W502 cards, no one gives a shit. No one cares.
You're so right. That's
I mean,
such a shame, ain't it?
And we like to do it though. We like to we're doing it for ourselves, man. We like to do it. And we don't care. We want people to watch, but
Well, we
bottom
do
line-
it. We do it for ourselves, but I mean, we could do it for ourselves without getting,
That's
recording ourselves. I mean, we do it to benefit the collectors who actually want to learn about this stuff.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. I've been glued to you guys' episodes. Yeah, if anybody, at least I'm speaking to my community. If you want to learn about pre-war cards, this is a source of sources right here. You can catch John at John Mangini Collection on YouTube. You can catch Rick at Vintage Oddball Cards right there. Look at that marketing there. Oh, I love it. And that's going to do it for this episode, you guys. Mangini said so. That's why. But I want to end with-
Reindeer Studios.
We gotta-
created this shirt.
shout out to Reindeer Studios. I do want
Shout out to Scott.
I want to end with we got to create a thumbnail here. So if you can get me the get off my lawn, boys, and here we go. And I'm just going to go like this, and that's the thumbnail. Thank you guys so much. And that's going to do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. And remember that not all rookie cards are created equal. Bye.